Hey everyone, how are we doing? Very warm welcome to day one of the Amazon Cash Mine Challenge. So apparently, according to Facebook, we are live right now and it's 6 minutes until we get started. So if you could just do me a favor and type somewhere in the chat if you can see this broadcast, that will let me know if we actually are live, if you guys can see it. And yeah, if you could just give me a sign somehow from the heavens that that things are working, that would be much appreciated. Because this is the first time I've done one of these in this way. I'm actually go to webinar to broadcast directly to my group, Facebook, and I've never done it before, so I'm not sure if it's working. So if you could just let me know, type somewhere in the chat on Facebook or whatever that you can see me, that would be amazing. And then, yeah, we can dive in and get started. We're going to get moving, if anybody is here, in about 5 minutes with the session. And yeah, it's going to be a whole lot of fun. So, if you just joined us, very warm welcome. At the moment, I'm just making sure the tech's working. So I think oh, there we are. I think now we've started on Facebook. Cool. As you can tell, this is my first time doing it in this fashion. If you can see me, which I hope you can, very warm welcome to the Amazon Cash Mine Challenge. Today is day one. We're doing a product research blast. We're starting in a few minutes, 8 o'clock. I thought I'd get the live started early so you guys can jump on. And today, the mission for us is to find 30 smash hit products live on the session. That's your challenge today. So what I'd love for you to do is type in the chat on Facebook. Let me know if you can actually see this broadcast, as this is the first time I've ever done it in this way. Let me know if you can see it. And that would be awesome. I want to make sure everything's running smoothly. I can see that it's broadcasting. I just don't know if it's shared properly to Facebook or not. So if you could let me know if you could see it, that would be awesome. We're going to get started in a few minutes, 4 minutes, I believe. Yes, today is day one of the Amazon Cash Mine Challenge. The plan for today is for us to find 30 smash hit products. My name's Ollie. I'm broadcasting live from London. I can see Jonathan Banks has just commented on the live. Hey, Jonathan, how are you, man? Thank you so much for letting me know you can see me. If you are watching this and you can see this on Facebook, then type in the chat and let me know that you can see me as well. We're just waiting for everybody to jump on. I'm going to kick off in a couple minutes. Day one of the Amazon Cash Mine Challenge. The idea today is to do some product research live on this session. Try and find 30 smash hit products live on the call. Wouldn't that be awesome? If by the end of today's session you found 30 smash hit products, it's entirely possible. With the technique I'm going to show you today, it's called the product research blast. And I don't know if you would have used it before. Maybe it's new for you. But either way, it's really exciting. I think you're going to find it very inspiring. So right now we're broadcasting from GoToWebinar to Facebook. It's the first time I've ever done this. So hopefully, in terms of tech, everything goes okay. You can see I've got my setup here. This is the back end. This is what I'm looking at. Chris Ralph's just joined us. Hey, Chris, how you doing, man? Very warm welcome to the Amazon Cash Mine Challenge. We're starting in 3 minutes, everybody. So we're just waiting for everyone to jump on the session. I started the session a little bit early, just so everyone could find it in time. We've got a few people on so far. I think we've got 10 live now, which is fantastic. Very warm welcome. It's Ollie here from London, about to dive in to the Amazon Cash Mine Challenge day one. So before we dive in, I hope you've got your AMZ Scout Chrome extension installed with your free trial. And I hope you've got your workbook open and ready as well. Your workbook digital version should look something like this. We're going to be filling this out today live on the session. So if you printed it, we can go through it and you can write on it. Or if you've got it on the screen, that's cool too. You can just write down on notepad and pen as we fill it out. Now, either way, I recommend you write something down as you learn stuff with me, because it's been proven that your retention will increase by a huge percentage if you write things down as I'm speaking, rather than just listening passively, because it engages more parts of your brain and you'll remember more stuff, which means today will be more valuable for you. And also you'll have something to refer to in a few weeks when you go ahead, you implement this stuff, you're launching these products, you want to get that 5K a month coming in, you want to build the business, you can look back at your workbook or your notes and you can refer to it, and you can make sure you're taking the actions I suggested. So let's have a look who we got on. We've got Sanjon, we've got Amy, we've got Jonathan sitting there with a cuppa. Fantastic. We've got Kate, we've got Chris, we've got Fiona, we've got Yanni, we've got, is that Julia? Hope I pronounced your name correctly. Very warm welcome to tonight's session. I see the numbers are starting to climb now. So if you just joined us, very warm welcome to the AMC Challenge. Today's day is day one, the product research blast. So the idea is for us today is to find 30 smash hit products live on the session. Wouldn't that be cool if you could do that? We just had 20 people request access to the group, so I've just let them in. So we've got more and more people jumping on the session, which is always fun. 18 live now. So we're just getting started. People are just jumping on. I started a little bit early just to make sure the tech was set up, and it seems to be okay. I've done a couple test runs, seems to be fine. So really looking forward to seeing you guys all in the session. If you just joined us, very warm welcome. It's Ollie here, and tonight we're doing day one of the Amazon Cash Mine Challenge, and we're going to find 30 products live on tonight's session. Wouldn't it be amazing if by the end of tonight's live session we found 30 products together, smash hit products, making at least 3K a month on Amazon that you could import? Wouldn't that be fun? Well, that's what we're going to do today, all right? And I think you're really going to enjoy the session. Before we begin, please make sure you've installed the AMZ Scout Chrome extension and also the workbook. You've downloaded the workbook. The links are both in the group, so you can go grab those. I also sent you emails with those as well, so you can go grab them. We're going to kick off in a couple of minutes, just waiting for people to jump on really at the moment. People are just joining. We've got 33 people on right now, so hello everybody. If you haven't done so already, type in the chat, let me know where you're listening in from, what the weather's like where you are, and it'd be awesome to connect with you and say hi. We're going to be doing a lot of work together over the next 4 days, so I'd love to get to know you. And yeah, if you just let me know whereabouts you are in the world, then we can get a little bit acquainted. Bran says, looks great. Great stuff, Bran. Great to have you here. Who else we got? Pradeep. Hey, Pradeep, how are you? Vicky's watching. Hey, Vicky, how are you? Pila's watching. Sahara's watching. Fiona's printing the workbook. Love it. Fantastic. Amy's listening from New Hampshire, US. Cool. Got some guys from across the pond. Hey, Amy. Very warm welcome to tonight's session. Alrighty. I'm going to kick off in a couple minutes, guys. If you just joined us, very warm welcome. Today is day one of the AMC Challenge, Amazon Cash Mine Challenge. It's Ollie here, broadcasting to you live from London. Today, we're going to be finding 30 smash hit products live on the session. Okay, wouldn't it be awesome if by the end of today's session you found 30 smash hit products? Wouldn't that be cool? Could you do me a favor? If you see somebody who looks a little bit lost in the Facebook group right now and they're looking for the session, could you tag them in the session? That would just be really awesome, because I'm doing this broadcast by myself. I don't have my team with me right now. So if you could just tag them in the group, that would be cool, because there's a couple of people saying, where's the broadcast? I haven't found it yet. I'm hoping they'll find it, but yeah, if you see someone looking a little bit lost, just nudge them in the right direction, send them the link or something. That would be really cool. I'm sure they'll find it, but sometimes it can be a bit confusing finding this stuff. Alrighty, who else we got joining us? Vicky says, Wigan, don't know it's dark, not hearing any wind or rain though. Cool. Yeah, it's not too cold today, right? Not too cold. We got Toyosi says hi. Hey Toyosi, how you doing? It's awesome. I've seen all your names in here before because we've talked about your goals already, which is really cool. Danny's just joined us. Hey Danny, how are you? Great to have you here. Cool. All right, guys. Well, very warm welcome to tonight's session. This is day one of the AMC Challenge. We're going to be finding 30 smash hit products together on tonight's session. We're going to use the product research blast. I'm going to teach you this. How to find 30 smash hit private label products in under an hour. Wouldn't that be cool? That's exactly what we're going to do today. We're going to kick off any second, just waiting for everybody to jump in. So before you've done this, before we get started, make sure you install the AMZ Chrome extension, AMZ Scout, and also download your workbook. These links are all in the group right now. I'm just saying hi to everyone. If you haven't done so already, type in the chat, let me know where you're listening in from so I can say hi to you. And we can get introduced, and then we'll dive in a couple of seconds. Who else we got here? Sam says, Ollie, could we have a rerun? So I'm not going to do a rerun, but I am going to do obviously day 2 tomorrow. So if you can't make today, you have to leave, then you can try catch up with us on day 2, day 3, and then day 4 is going to be like a recap anyway. So yeah, we've got Carla listening from Texas, USA. Hey Carla, how you doing? Emanuela here from London. Hey Emanuela, how's it going? Sam's listening from Wolverhampton. Fantastic. Great stuff, guys. It's starting to fill up now. Room's starting to fill up. So we're going to kick off any second now. People are all starting to pile in, which is cool. Very exciting. If you just joined us, very warm welcome. Today is the first day of the AMC Challenge, and we're going to do a product research blast. We're going to find 30 smash hit products to sell on Amazon live on the session. Before we begin, make sure you got your AMZ Scout Chrome extension, and make sure you got your workbook as well. And we're going to be finding lots of products on today's session live. Wouldn't that be cool if you could find tons of products live on today's session? Wouldn't that be so productive? And wouldn't that just feel amazing? If you haven't done so already, type in the chat. Let me know where you're listening in from. Just about to dive in. I've been sitting here repeating myself for like the past 10 minutes, just as new people are jumping in, so they know where they are. You've been sitting here listening to me. I appreciate it. We're going to start very, very soon. Kumi says, hi everyone, good evening. I'm actually clueless. No worries. Well, lots of people are jumping on this session. They're brand new, and that's totally cool. This is actually who it's for. It's for you if you're brand new. It's also for you if you've had some experience as well, because we're going to be covering some more advanced stuff later in the week, and I think you'll enjoy that too, regardless of your experience level. So don't worry, there's lots of people here who are new. Alicia says she's listening from Northampton. Great stuff. We've got Abdi Rahman listening from London. Abdi, how you doing? Great to have you here. Fantastic. Kumi says, I don't have a complete workbook. Am I still allowed to be here, please? Of course you're allowed to be here. I would get the digital copy of the workbook if I were you. Let me see if I can find the link for that. Let's have a look. Yes, here we go. I'll give you the link to the workbook. You can grab that. Probably be able to see this in the comments, and also link for the AMZ Scout free trial, so you can grab those. Who else have we got? Rumi listening from Oldbury. Jonathan says, I'm new a bit here and there, but I've never put one product on Amazon. Cool, no worries. We've got lots of newbies here. That's awesome. Bradley's listening from Watford. Hey, Bradley, how you doing? Cool. All right, guys. Well, look, we've got a pretty full house here. We've got 63 people on, which is fantastic. So we're going to get started. We're going to dive in. It's great to have you guys all on the session. So thanks very much for being here, everyone. Very, very warm welcome to day 1 of the ACM challenge, Amazon Cash Mine challenge. I went with a gold digging, rootin', tootin', Wild West theme for this challenge. Why? Because it's fun. That's why. You might be disappointed that I'm not doing a southern accent right now, but you don't want to hear it. It's embarrassing. So let's just swiftly move on from that. But nevertheless, welcome. Today's day 1 of the Amazon Cash Mine challenge. It's great to have you here. The idea for this session really is to get you as many products as physically possible. And over the week, you're going to learn how to whittle down to the best of those products and actually launch them as well. It's going to be a really fun session. Wouldn't it be amazing by the end of this challenge, if you've got so much more clarity and you've got a few wins as well and actually got some results to build your Amazon business? Wouldn't that be cool? That's what we're going to do. So before we begin, make sure you got your AMZ Scout Chrome extension and also your Cash Mine Challenge workbook downloaded. We're going to be using those for today. So first of all, I want you to type in the chat. Let me know, why did you join this challenge? Like, what makes you want to sell on Amazon in general? Like, what made you jump on this Facebook Live, join this group, give up your evening to actually take part in this challenge? Type in the chat and let me know. What made you be here? Because you could be doing anything right now, right? You could be watching Netflix, you could be on YouTube, you could be out having a walk, you could be with friends, you could be at the gym, whatever it is. but you're not. You decided to stay here and watch this Facebook Live with me. So what is it? What made you want to join the challenge? What makes you want to sell on Amazon? And let me know. So I can get clear on your goals. So let's have a look. Christopher says struggling to pick a good product. That's why he's here. Cool. That makes a lot of sense. So you wanna pick a good product, right? And you want some help with that. Awesome. Who else? Amy says to learn to make a monthly income off Amazon. Love it. Awesome. But why do you want the income? Have a think about that. Like, what makes you actually want the income? What's the reason for that? We all want more money, right? But what's the reason for it? What motivates you to do that? Brand says need a better income. Cool. So why? What makes you want that? Dilip says ditch my 9 to 5. Okay, so you want to be free from your job. You want to earn independently from your job. Fantastic. That was my goal as well. Sam says freedom, money, and family. Fantastic. Yeah, there's some great goals. Really strong goal, Sanj. Mian says, I want to get out of my routine job of 9 to 5. Shirei says, I want more comfortable life for me and my family. Makes a lot of sense. Sahara says, to change my quality of life for me and my family. Prateep says, financial freedom. Vicky says, I have no like-minded friends. My goals are purely my own and will set the example for those around me. I just need your help to do it. Love it, Vicky. That's awesome. Yeah, some of us, yeah, you might not have too many people who have similar goals to you, so people who are ambitious around you. And so it's good to be around people who are ambitious, right? Who else we got? Felicia, to boost my business. Fantastic. Rami says to change and have a life on my terms. Fantastic. I love it. Kumi says, hi, I don't have AMZ Scout. Don't worry about it. You can get the free trial if you want, or you can just watch along. That's cool too. But if you can get it and install it, it will be better. So you can take part. If you have another Chrome extension, that's fine as well. Brand says to be financially free. Julia says, I want to replace my work and travel around the world. Shazad says, better lifestyle. Love it. So you guys have got some really good goals. Lorraine says, I want to earn more money, live a life of not worrying about the bills, etc. Financial freedom is the goal. Love it, Lorraine. That's awesome. Amara says, hi. Hey, Amara, how are you doing? Great stuff, guys. So I love your goals. Sounding very exciting, right? They're all really good reasons to be here. And it's good to get clear on what those goals are. Wouldn't it be cool if you could get clarity on how to hit that goal by the end of tonight's session? Well, I want to tell you about Mike's story. So Mike's similar to you. A few years ago, he had a goal just like you. And really, he wanted to get more money and get more time freedom. And he just wanted to quit his job. That's what he really wanted. He had this burning desire to have more money, more time freedom, and to quit his job. He actually worked in the NHS as an engineer. And he just didn't really want to do that anymore. And he just wanted more time for himself, but he didn't really know how to do it. So I'm going to show you the timeline of Mike's business and what he did over the past few years to actually hit his goal. Okay, because he was just like you. He just had something he wanted at one point, and it started in about 2013. Now Mike's in this group, so he can tell me if I get the accuracy of this timeline right. But I think I've known Mike for a while. I think it's pretty accurate. Well, he had a crazy goal in 2013, and that was to quit the job, to earn money for himself, to have his own income, and really to be financially free and earn money while he sleeps, while he's at work, or while he's out, while he's at a restaurant. He wanted to make sales all the time. That was his goal. And then he stumbled across Amazon. And he thought, well, maybe Amazon could be the thing I could use to actually make the goal come true. And maybe, that's what I'm going to use to make it happen. 2014, he actually tried Amazon and he did some stuff, and he had a bit of trial and error. He tried some strategies, and it kind of worked, but it kind of didn't work. And it took him about 2 years of trial and error before he realized it just wasn't really working. In fact, he wasted about 2 years with different strategies, not really getting anywhere. Can anyone relate to this? Like doing loads of trial and error on your own by yourself, like trying to make things work, and it's just not really picking up very well. Can anyone relate to that? Like, it's quite a common thing, right? And he almost gave up around this time as well. He thought, well, maybe this isn't working. Maybe this isn't for me. Maybe I'm not good enough, etc., etc., etc. Had all these limiting beliefs and these thoughts because, it just wasn't working out. And then 2017, he booked a call with me. He booked a call with me, and he told me his story so far that he'd been doing for the past 4 years, and he said what he wanted to achieve. And together we came up with a plan for him to actually hit his goal and get to that next level, and he got clarity. And rather than messing around with different strategies that weren't working, he was trying to arbitrage, doing little bits here and there, making spurts of cash, not really getting very far. I said, look, let's just focus on one strategy, and let's just focus on all our energy on hitting your goals and hitting your income goals. Next thing he did is he launched a private label product, and he started to make £4,000 a month with that product. Right, and I helped him launch that product. He started to learn the skills of launching that product. Next thing you knew, he made £83,000 in a year with private labels and really focused in on them and got super clear because he had the clarity and he knew what step to take to hit his goals. To be honest, he didn't move as fast as he wanted. He wanted to move faster. But sometimes, you know, it's just the way it is. You get results as you get them, right? The year after that, he made £250,000 in a year. In fact, it was within 10 months he made $500,000, and I think by the end of the year he did about 300. But the screenshot I have of him is making 250k. And then the year after that, he made £500,000, and that's this year. So here's a rough timeline of what happened with Mike. So this is the product he launched that made £4,000 per month. Okay, wasn't the perfect product to be honest, but he kept going anyway, and this taught him a lot of skills for how to launch products. And then this is the year when he did 83k, and this is the year when he did 250k. All right, so this is the progression of how his business grew. So now, fast forward to today, Mike can just play with his horses. He doesn't work his NHS job anymore, and he runs his Amazon business full time. So this is Mike's story, and I'm going to show you the techniques he used on today's session. It all started for him when he booked a call with me to discuss his situation, and he got things moving. So this year, as I said, he's on track for $500,000. He's making up to 80 sales a day of his Amazon business, and he's just absolutely crashing it. So would you like to do something similar to Mike? Like, does Mike's story kind of resonate with you, and is that similar to what you want when it comes to your Amazon business? Type in the chat and let me know if Mike's business inspires you and you would like to do something just like him, and kickstart that with a challenge this week. Would that be cool? Let me know. Before we do that, or before we dive into the overview of the challenge, I want to have a look at some of your replies. Jonathan says yes, Sanj says yes, Mian says yes, Pradeep says yes, Danny says yes. Who else we got? Bran, Rami says inspired, Sahara says yes, definitely. Love it. Fantastic. That's amazing. Cool. Felicia says yes. Toyosi, 100%, but preferably in a shorter period of time. Yeah, so I'm going to show you some examples of other clients who've actually done it faster. Everybody moves at their own pace. That's just a reality. It depends how much time you have, how much budget you have as well. But yeah, I mean, the fact is it's possible, right? All right, loads of you typing, I'm interested. That's fantastic. All right, so that's the idea of the challenge, really. This is what we're going to do. 4 days, you've seen this already. Day one is the product research blast. The idea is to expose the hottest products on Amazon, 30 of them or more. Day two, we'll use money filters to cherry pick the best products that will make you 5K a month or more each, right? To make sure you have a product that sells, we'll do that tomorrow. Same time, 8 p.m. in the group. Day three, we're going to do the cowboy launch, right? We're going to move fast and get sales within 2 weeks. Okay, so you're going to learn how to pick your favorite product out of the ones you've searched for, and you're going to launch it, and you're going to get sales within 2 weeks. I'm going to show you how to do that. And then on Thursday, we're going to do a recap session, how you can become one of the 40,000 Amazon millionaires. We'll tie everything together, and we'll give you the strategy to hit your income goals. Okay, you'll learn how you can do that. And there's a lot of people on Amazon making $1 million a year, 40,000 or more people doing that. What are they doing differently to people who are failing? Well, only a couple of things. They're only doing a couple of things differently. You just need to understand how they run their business and copy them, and I'm going to show you what they do. All right, so this is our challenge overview. So the goal of this challenge is to get you a small win. Okay, a small win. That's what I want you to do over the next 4 days. Can you type in the chat what small win you would like to achieve in the next 4 days? Type in the chat and let me know, because I would like to make sure you achieve that small win while you're working with me over the next 4 days. So type in the chat, what is the small win you would like to achieve? What is the small win you would like to achieve? I'm going to make sure I check the chat to see what you guys are typing in. Let's have a look. My first sale, says Shiro's. Cool. Alrighty, well, I don't know if we'll have time to send products into the warehouse and get them selling within the next 4 days, but over the next couple of weeks we can do that. Definitely. Amy says, have a product and Amazon account set up. Yeah, we should be able to get the product chosen and the Amazon account set up in 4 days, definitely. Dill Deep says, finding a smash hit product. That's definitely achievable. We're definitely going to be doing that. Love it. Pradeep says, identify one smash hit product. Awesome. Adam says, getting a product that looks feasible to launch. Yeah, we could definitely do that. Lorraine says, just one sale. I mean, again, it might take a while to get the products into the warehouse, but we could research a product that will sell within the next couple of weeks for sure. Sanj says, sales, sales, sales. Yeah, well, I mean, it's possible. Vicky says, test batching, making sales to identify which product will sell and which angle works. Yes, so we can get a test batch prepared, definitely. Jonathan says, to know 100% how to find a smash hit product and how to make it happen, have a good step-by-step guide. Yeah, that's exactly what we're going to do over the next 4 days. Sam says, talking to suppliers, wants to learn how to talk to suppliers. We can definitely do that. Yeah, we're going to be talking about that on Wednesday with the Cowboy launch. Felicia says, able to launch my product. Yeah, we're going to get you ready to do that, definitely. I'm going to do one more. Who else we got? Sahara says, making sure I've got my private label products. Yes, we're definitely going to make sure you've got that. Awesome. All right, guys. Well, remember that small win you want and write it down, okay? Because that's exactly what I want you guys to achieve while we're working together. So here's the thing, right? When you have a big goal to sell on Amazon, the one you write down in the beginning of this session, sometimes it feels like you have a mountain to climb. All right, it feels like you have a mountain. Like some of you said you want to quit your job. You said you wanted to earn 3K a month. You said you wanted to be able to travel, spend more time with family. And it feels like a really big goal in the distance, kind of like knowing you've got to climb a mountain. All right, this is what I want you to remember over this challenge. Any mountain you want to climb can be broken down into a series of small wins. Little things you can achieve easily along the way to get to the top of the mountain, to hit the goal. If you want to climb Mount Everest, you don't just do it all in one go. There's different sections, right? There'll be base camp, then there'll be a camp somewhere up the mountain, then another one, somewhere up the mountain, and another one, and then finally the summit. Now, obviously, what we're doing is nowhere near as difficult as climbing Everest, but even Everest, you break it down into smaller, more achievable chunks. And you can even break each one of those small chunks down to even smaller chunks. And you can break it down into each step after step as you go up the mountain. You can keep breaking it down. And when you really think about it, each one of those steps isn't actually so hard. Looking at the whole journey is difficult, but each step individually isn't so hard. So let's focus on the small wins rather than focusing on the whole goal, just so you don't get overwhelmed. Does that make sense? So here's some examples of some small wins to hit £5,000 a month on Amazon. Okay, these are some of the steps you might have to do, right? You've got to find a product first. All right, you've got to make sure you found something that is going to sell, right? And it isn't going to cause you problems, it's going to make you money. Then you've got to open your Amazon account. Then you've got to place your order with a supplier. You've got to create a listing on Amazon. You've got to ship your stock into Amazon. You've got to run some advertising. And then you've got to get 10 sales a day. Okay, these are all the small wins along the way you've got to do to hit 5K a month on Amazon. Now, if you take all of those and look at them right now, it might seem a little bit overwhelming. Each one of them, though, isn't actually that difficult. They're all quite easy, right, when you separate them out. Okay, so yeah, as Brian says, if you want to eat an elephant, cut it up small. Exactly. So on this challenge this week, if nothing else, I want you to achieve finding a product. That's the small win I want to help you with. And I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure you hit that small win and come out of this challenge feeling really, really achieved and successful. So you know you can keep doing it and move on to the next small win you need. Keep doing that until you hit your goal. Does that make sense? Is everyone up for making a small win today? Does that sound fun? So to help you hit this small win and really encourage you to make it happen, I'm going to be giving out prizes. Why? Well, number one, I love giving out prizes. It's fun, right? It's it's exciting. Okay. And also, if I dangle prizes in front of you like a little carrot, it's going to get so much better results because you'll be excited, you'll be having fun with it, and ultimately, if you're going to be running a business, like you've got to make it fun because it's not a job, it's a business. You can make it fun. You can do whatever you want. Like I sit around working in coffee shops all day. Why? Because it's fun. That's what I want to do. You can design your life however you want if you have a business, and making it fun is key. So, first prize, £300 cash, is going to go to the person who finds the highest revenue smash hit product. The person who finds the product that meets the criteria, that has the most sales, monthly sales, is going to win £300. Second prize is going to win £200, right? For the highest price smash hit product, the one with the biggest price that meets the criteria, the most expensive product. And third price, £100 cash, is going to go to the weirdest smash hit product, the one that makes me go, what on earth is that? Now, I've done this in the past, and to be honest, it seems to turn into a competition for who can make Ollie the most embarrassed when he has to read out the name of the weirdest smash hit product live on a session. So I'm totally happy if you want to do that. We'll see how weird we can go this time. But if you find a really weird product that meets the criteria and it is a smash hit product, and it's yours is the weirdest, then you win £100 cash. So what this means is, even if you don't find something that's a really high price or really high revenue, you can still win as long as you find something kind of weird. Alrighty. So who here is going to win a prize over the next 4 days? Type me in the chat if you're going to go for it. Give it your all to win a prize during the next 4 days. You guys gonna go for it? Who have we got on now? We've got 81 people on. That's really cool to see. Great to have you on. All right. Amy says she's going for the prize. Mian says going for the prize. I think your comments come in with a little delay, so I'm just waiting for them. Here we are. Shiri says going for the prize. Christopher, Felicia, Monica, Vicky. Right. So you guys have a little competition here. Little competition. You're going to have to really come out with some good results to win, and I think you guys can do it. Yeah, I don't think you guys give up easy. I think you're going to make it happen. Jonathan says, I'll give it a go. Got to be in it to win it. 100%. I agree. Yes. Alrighty. So I want to tell you a little bit about my goals. So in 2015, I had a big goal. I wanted to move to Sweden and I wanted to live in a luxury apartment. And I needed £3,000 a month to do this, right? Because this apartment was not cheap, right? But I said to myself, if I'm going to move to Sweden, live in a ridiculous place with a fireplace and a hot tub and chandeliers and being surrounded by Swedish celebrities and live in the best place in Stockholm, well, then I want to pay for it with my business. I don't want to, be taking out credit cards or ridiculous stuff to sustain this lifestyle. This was my big goal. But at the time, I didn't really have any idea how I was going to do it. It was a little bit crazy, right? So this is what I wanted to do. This was my mountain, right? It really was a mountain. It seemed crazy because previously I was only £7.35 an hour, right, working in a bar, and I'd never earned anywhere close to 3k a month. I mean 3k a month net, by the way, after taxes and everything. Previously I'd earned maximum. I had a really good month in the bar and I'd made about £1,000. I did loads of hours and I earned about £1,000, but usually it was £400, £500, £600 working in the bar. So this was insane to me, and it was insane to everybody around me as well. So in order to make this happen, I came up with a plan. I said, I'm going to find a really hot product that's going to fund my dream lifestyle. I did a load of research and I found a product that looked pretty good. And this was the Jungle Scout stats for the product back in 2015, right? There were a few sellers on there. One of them was making $8,900 a month. Another one was making $4,600 a month. And it was a bathroom accessory, this product. I said, I'm going to launch this product, I'm going to get it selling, and that's going to pay for my apartment in Sweden. I'm going to be able to move. Long story short, I found the product, imported some from China, and its second month it sold on Amazon. It did £9,000 in sales. It continued to make these sales. And with this income, I was able to move to Sweden. And long story short, I lived there for 6 years. And this is me in my dream apartment, as you can see. I took loads of videos and photos in there. I used one of the rooms as like a little video studio. And yeah, it's one of the best places I've ever lived. It's really fun. I continue to live in Stockholm in luxury apartments for 6 years. In fact, I featured this apartment in my YouTube series, Kitchen Q&A. You can go watch it if you want to. And I answer a load of your questions in my kitchen in that apartment while I was living there. There's also loads of other videos in there if you want to go check it out at some point. But the point is, I had the best time ever, and it was all because of this product, right? So you might be thinking, Ollie, that's great for you. You had your apartment. Congratulations. Wow, amazing. But what about me? It's a great point. So let's break down your mountain. I want you to go to page 5 of your Amazon Cash Mine Challenge workbook. Okay. Go past all the intro parts and go to page 5. All right. And what we're going to do is we're going to break down your mountain, your big goal, and get clear on what you need to earn to hit your goals. Okay. So first of all, I want you to fill out the stuff on page 5. So what this is basically the monthly cost of the expenses of your current lifestyle. This is probably what your job pays for, right? So let's say your rent and your mortgage is £1,000. Your food and your groceries are £400. Your bills come to about £200. Your credit cards and stuff comes to about £300. Your non-work and travel and car costs come to £400. Your savings, your investments come to £500. Your childcare comes to £300. Other miscellaneous stuff comes to about £1,000. Your rough total will be about £4,100. Maybe this is what you need to be able to quit your job and live without having the job. Now yours might be way more than this, yours might be way less than this. I just put in random numbers, guys, so don't worry if this seems a little bit crazy, right? Or this could even be your entire household money. It's just the money you need to be able to quit your job and sustain your current lifestyle with your business. So fill out page 5 of the workbook right now and fill in all those numbers, and then we can get clear on how much you need to earn with the Amazon business. Now, while you're doing that, I'm going to give you a couple minutes. Type in any questions you have. You can see there's lots of conversation going on inside the chat, which is always what I like to see. But fill this out. I'm going to give you a few minutes to do it, and then we'll move on to page 6. Shouldn't take you long. Just write down the numbers. Don't worry, you don't have to get out your bank statements. Just estimate. Rough estimates will be fine. Vicky says, filled out mine last night, frightened myself as it's £1,000 more this month than I thought it was. Right, well, it's a sign then, if you haven't done it, that it's good to stay tight on your finances and have a look at what you're spending, right? Because if you don't know, then obviously you're going to look at your bank balance and have some kind of, meltdown. Let's have a look. Jonathan says this is about 1,100. Sherry says roughly 5k. Yeah, see, everybody's going to be different, guys. Whatever yours is, don't worry about it. It is what it is. Maybe you could probably get it cheaper if you spend less here and there or whatever, but now just write in roughly what it is. Okay, and when you've done that, I want you to move to page 6. And on page 6, you'll see a very similar thing, but instead of the lifestyle expenses you have right now, fill this out with expenses you would like to have to make your lifestyle better. So you might want a sports car. If you want a sports car, that's fine. Write that in. It could be extra savings. You want to save more money. That's probably smart, right? Put that in. Maybe you want to have another kid, and obviously kids cost money. Apparently, I don't know. I don't have any, but apparently they're expensive, right? A luxury holiday. Maybe you want one of those every year. So put in the monthly cost of having a luxury holiday, and then a better house. Let's say you want a bigger house or whatever. So put the rough additional monthly costs next to each expense in the right-hand side. So a sports car might cost you an extra $500 a month if you lease it or you spread the payments over a couple of years. Extra savings might cost you an extra £500 a month. Another kid might cost an extra $300 a month. Might be a lot more than that. I don't have a kid, so I don't know. But let's say that's what it is. Holidays, 500, better house, extra 500. Once you've totaled it up, put the rough total down for the additional money for all the stuff you want, and then add it to your current expenses and put it in the bottom. Okay, so my fictional ideal lifestyle will cost £6,400 a month. Okay, and I've put that here. All right, so give you a couple minutes to do that. While we're looking, I'm just going to check everybody's questions, see if there's anything I need to answer. Kids cost a bomb according to Jonathan Banks. Yeah, I assume so. I assume so. Monica says her amount is 5,400. Cool, awesome. Sanchez around 3,800. Awesome. Vicky says my page 6 isn't much more than my current situation, but then again, I don't know how much a sexy car costs. I once had one for £338 a month. Awesome. Well, this is the thing. You don't have to spend much more on your lifestyle if you don't want to. It's totally up to you. You could sustain, if you're happy with your lifestyle now, you could sustain the exact same lifestyle. Your lifestyle could actually be cheaper if you move somewhere where it's cheaper to live, because you can live anywhere. Your lifestyle might even cost less. I mean, it's not really about that. It's just about knowing what you need to earn with the business to live your dream life. Because if you're having your own company, you're doing all the work, then really you should be able to do whatever you want. All right. Awesome. So we've got some good numbers in here. Pradeep says 6,200. Toyosa says 9K a month. Brian says 10K a month. Rami says 7,500. Awesome. All right, guys. So we got some numbers. Well, now we have a number to work back from. A lot of people, when I asked you what your goals were in the group, you said, I want financial freedom. I want a lot of money. I want to have no money problems. And that's good, but we need an actual number so we can work back from it, reverse engineer it, and get really clear on how to hit it. If we don't have a number, it's all pie in the sky. It's all made up. Okay. All right. So I want to show you a couple people who had these numbers written down on a piece of paper, just like you, and then they hit them. So this is Alan, who followed my training, and he launched a product, and he hit £9,000 a month in his second month selling his product on Amazon. Okay, and he just did exactly what I said. In fact, he started off booking a call with me. His goals, he said, I want to earn 3-4K a month, quit my job, just be able to run the business, you know. And I said, well, if you launch one really good product on Amazon, then you could do it with that. And he said, really? And I was like, yeah, if you do private label and you learn how to launch a really good product, then you could do it with one product, maybe two, maybe three, but we'll see. And he didn't really believe me at first, but we came up with a plan on that call for him to hit the goal, and he got really clear, and he was really happy when he left the phone, went ahead and implemented. He got a small test batch of stock pretty quick, and then he bought a load more products. Next thing you knew, in his second month, he did £9,000 in sales. Wouldn't it be cool if you launched a product, one of the products you found in this challenge, and you did something similar to Alan? Wouldn't that be amazing? Carl did a similar thing. He was feeling overwhelmed and he wanted clarity, and he had this big goal as well. All right, what Carl wanted actually was he was in a corporate job and he made great money, but he was unfulfilled. All right, he said, you know, I'm just not feeling great in my job. I'm not happy. I want to spend more time with my son, more time with my family. This corporate job, they promised a load of stuff, but the company doesn't treat me well. I don't feel very creative in my role. It's not fun. He knew Amazon would help him quit the job, but he didn't know what to do. He watched a ton of YouTube videos. They weren't really helping him. He was getting overwhelmed. He had analysis paralysis. He just didn't really feel clear, right? And it just kept going round and round in circles. He booked a call with me and he got clarity. All right, so we talked about his situation. We talked about his goals, what he wanted to hit. Talked about where he was right now, and we talked about the steps he wanted to take along the way to hit the goals. And when he understood what those steps were, it's like a light switch went off in his head, and he got so excited, and he was like, I know exactly what to do now. And from that point on, things seemed to change. It became so clear on what he wanted, and he actually sold his Porsche to get some funds to buy some stock to get the products, because he felt so clear and so confident about the plan. And he ended up launching a product that makes £1,000 a day on Amazon. Okay, so once you're clear, once you have that clarity, you know what steps to take, then makes it so much easier. You can do these big things like getting more money to buy the products to get the business started. So this is how Alan did it. This is how Mike did it. This is how I did it. This is how Carl did it. How do you do it? How do you find a smash hit product to sell on Amazon? How do you do it? Would you like to know? Well, I would like you to turn to, which page is it on your workbook? It is page 7, to the Smash It Product Radar. Now, those who've been following me for a while probably know this already. Well, in order to find hot products, we need to use the Smash It Product Radar. Okay, and the first element of the Smash It Product Radar is high demand. We always want to be looking for products where there's high demand, products where people are already buying them. We don't want to buy something no one's ever bought before. We don't want to sell something, sorry, that no one bought before, because we don't know if it's going to sell. We want evidence in the market that the product's already going to sell. Okay, so I want you to fill that out in your workbook on page 7. The first element is high demand. So how do we find products with high demand? Right. Well, here's the thing. Amazon has all the data we need to find a smash hit product. We just need to know how to search properly to use the data on Amazon to find these products. So first of all, we're going to use the method choose. Step 1 is choose. We're going to do a negative character search or a color search on Amazon to get moving. For example, we're going to type in -key and a load of random characters in the search bar. Okay, that's what we're going to start with. Once we've done that, we're going to sort by category. That's step 2. Sort by category. Once we've done that, we're going to choose a product. We're going to open it in another tab so we can have a little look at it. And then step 2 is we're going to check. We're going to look at the listing and just check it out and see what this product is like. All right. And once we've checked it, we're going to compare. So we're going to open an Amazon window, search for a general keyword. Then we're going to load up AMZ Scout and sort by revenue. Then we're going to make sure there's 3 sellers making £3,000 a month and note down the revenue of the best seller. Okay. So this is the process in theory. These are the steps. I'm going to show you exactly what it looks like in practice, because I know reading a bunch of words on a screen doesn't really help you. All right. So we're going to start off by doing a negative character search. So this looks like this. Looks like, hang on a minute. Looks like this. We're going to type on Amazon minus, then a load of random characters and hit enter. Okay. Load of random characters. We're going to choose a category. So we're going to choose home and kitchen or something. Doesn't really matter. Just choose a category. Home and kitchen is the best one if you don't know which one to choose. Then we're going to click on a random product, often one that looks like it would be good for private labeling, but if you don't know what that means, then just click on anything. Okay, I'm going to click on this. Open it in a new tab and have a little look. Okay, check it out. You can have a look at the size and the weight of the product. Obviously, we do want small and light products if we can. And once we've got that, we're going to compare. Okay, search for the general keyword, which is clear suction hooks. Search for that on Amazon. So type it into the search bar. Load up AMZ Scout when we're looking at the general niche. Okay, hit the AMZ Scout button. Then we're going to sort by revenue and see. And what we want to know, are there 3 sellers making £3,000 a month? If there are, note down the revenue of the best seller. So how many do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 here. 11 sellers making more than £3,000 a month, which is always very good. There's lots of demand. People want to buy this thing, which is fantastic. So if there are more than 3 sellers, which there are, you can note it down on this page, which is page 10 on the workbook. I've put some random examples here. Spatula set. You can note down the number of 3K sellers here and the revenue here. Okay, so put the keywords. In this instance, you'd put clear suction hooks. Number of 3K sellers, I think we had 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, 9, sorry. I think the revenue just changed. Amazon Scout does that sometimes. There was 9. And then the revenue of the best seller, this one's the best seller, 13,000 a month. 13,766. That is how we start to find smash hit products on Amazon. This is how we find products with a very high demand. Does this stuff make sense so far? Can you type in the chat and let me know if this stuff is making sense? I'm just going to confirm some people into the group. Type me in the chat if you now understand this process. If you don't, let me know if you have any questions. I will run through it again. In a second, I'm going to give you some time to actually do some live research with me on this session so you can start building your database of products. Shay says yes. Monica says yes. Jonathan says that was very fast. It was quite fast. I'll run through it again in a second. Phil says, should you be filling in the form as you go through it? Yes, should be filling out the workbook. I can show you the pages again in a sec. Sam says too fast. Okay, lots of you saying me, some of you saying too fast. All right, well, let me go through it one more time so we can get super clear on how to do it. So we start off by doing a negative character search on Amazon. Okay, so open up an Amazon page, just like when you're shopping, all right? Type in the minus key and a load of random characters like this. Hit enter. Okay, so what this does, this brings up loads of random products. Sort by home and kitchen. Okay, so this is being covered on page 8 of your workbook. So fill this stuff in. Fill in particular, if you haven't done it before, haven't done it yet, fill this stuff in your workbook. Okay, as we go. This is the first step. Negative character search, minus key, loads of random characters, hit enter, and then sort by home and kitchen. So you get load of products appear in the home and kitchen category, and we can start to have a look through them. That's step 1. Okay. Step 2, sort by category, and then choose a product. So we're going to choose a random product. Get rid of these tabs. Choose a random product. This one, for example. Just going to have a little look at it. Examine the listing. Okay. And then we're going to grab, once we've looked at the listing, we're going to grab the general keyword. So in this case, it's under cabinet lights. When you're thinking of a general keyword, think of the thing that the customer would type in if they were looking for the product. Does that make sense? If you wanted to find this on Amazon, you're a customer, you wouldn't type in Trongle under cabinet lights, 1200 milliamps, wardrobe lights, smoger, blah, 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 blah. You'd just type in under cabinet lights. So that's the general keyword. So search Amazon for that. Okay. Then load up AMZ Scout and sort by revenue. So we're looking at all the under cabinet lights now. We're going to sort by revenue. I'm just going to see how many there are. If there's at least 3 sellers making 3K a month, then note down the revenue of the best seller. So how many sellers making at least 3K a month? Well, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, loads more than 3. The revenue of the best seller is £53,007. So then we'll go to page 10. We'll put in niche keywords, which is under cabinet lights, with the general keywords. Put down the number of 3K sellers, however many we have, about 20 or something. You can count them. Anybody making more than £3,000. There's quite a lot here. And then write down the revenue of the best seller. So the revenue of the best seller is £53,000. You can write that in there. Those are the steps. Does this stuff make sense? Type yes in the chat if this stuff makes sense. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you guys some time to go away and actually do this stuff. And we're going to do it live on this session right now. I'm going to keep explaining it while I give you guys time to do it yourselves. Just so if anybody's not getting it yet, then you can watch me do it again. And I'll be building my own list as well. So you can watch how I do it. But the main thing is I want you guys to have some time to actually start building your list with me live. The aim for you is to find 30 products today. That's what I want you to do. Okay, so I'm going to open up a little Google Doc. Here we go. I'm going to call it ACM Challenge Products. And I'm going to start researching. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to set the timer for 10 minutes. And we're going to do some live research together. So I want you to follow this through with me for the next 10 minutes, and we're going to do some research. So what I'd love you to do Type yes in the chat if you're going to do this research with me for the next 10 minutes. You're going to start adding products to your database. Toyosa says, at this point, do we check if the product has any reviews, size and weight, etc.? No, we're just going for revenue. We're keeping it simple, okay? Just revenue for now. Let's have a look. Lots of you typing in yes, you're ready to dive in and do some research. So go out there, start finding some products, add them to the database, going through this process. Now, does anybody have any specific questions about the process so far? Just so I can make sure you guys are super clear on it and you understand how it all works. Type in the chat and let me know if you have any specific questions, if anything's not clear, if you want me to run it through again while we're here on the session, just so I know that you're clear on how to do it. I'm going to be running through it anyway and showing you how I do it, but if you let me know, I can make sure I answer any of your questions if anything's not clear. So let's have a look. Remy says, where is the sort by on Amazon page? So there's no sort by for the revenue on Amazon. We want to use the AMZ Scout. Use the AMZ Scout to sort by revenue. The other thing we want to do is sort by category, which is to the left of the search bar. Okay, so that's where we want to sort by. Rami, hope that answers your question. Pradeep says, should I filter by estimated revenue in AMZ Scout? So we're using the AMZ Scout Chrome extension. So we want to sort by estimated revenue on the Chrome extension. Yep. Does that make sense? Phil says, what was step 2 and step 3 again, please? So let me get this open for you. So step 2 and step 3 are here for this page. And there is 3 compare all of these here as well. So let me know which one you need, Phil. I can leave that open for you. See if we've got any more questions. Let's have a look. Imi says, do we sort by revenue on AMZ Scout? Yes, you do. Sort by revenue on AMZ Scout, just so we can see the sellers that have got high demand, the products that are selling really, really well. We want to sell products like that, right? Cheryl says, after the minus and load of random characters, how do you eliminate the electricals? Well, you can't. We're not going to worry about that for now. We're just going to worry about finding as many high demand products as we possibly can. Toyosi says, when taking the keywords, is there a maximum number of keywords to copy and search? You probably only want 3 or 4. Just think about how a human being would type into the search bar for the product. That's the main thing to think about. So if you were a customer, a real life customer, what would you type into the search bar? You know, you probably wouldn't type in, like I said, Trong, under cabinet lights, 1200 mAh, wardrobe lights, blah, 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 blah. You'd probably just type under cabinet lights. I just think what a human would actually type in, that would probably be your search term. Carla says, so we're just picking something that catches our eye. Yes, exactly. All right, this is product research. We just pick something randomly, have a little look at it. If it meets the criteria, add it to our spreadsheet. Yes, we don't need to think too much about it right now. Right now, we're just trying to get loads of products that have lots of demand. So I'm going to do a couple myself while you guys are doing your research. So I'm going to start off negative character search, home and kitchen. Make sure you sort by that, and you might have to hit search again. And we can have a look and try and find something. So I'm just going to click randomly on this. Okay, straws, colorful straws. Have a little look at the listing. Looks cool. Yeah, looks like certainly looks like straws. I'm going to copy and paste reusable straws. That's probably the keyword people would type in, and I'm going to search for it on Amazon. We're going to have a look and see the demand levels for reusable straws. Are people buying these? Is there money being made in this niche? Once I've got the general keyword and I've searched for it, make sure it's the same category as well when you search. Pull up AMZ Scout and have a look. Now you only have 15 searches on the free trial of AMZ Scout. So if you hit the limit, you might have to sign up again with another email and use that to keep going. Just keep doing it with different emails to use the free trial for now, just to do this challenge. And then you can have a look, sort by revenue, see how many 3K sellers there are. So there's one, he's got more than 3K, he's got 11K, 5K, 4K, 3K, 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 etc., etc. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 3K sellers right now. So we can add this to our database because there's a high demand. There's lots of 3K sellers. It looks like a high demand niche. So you go to the page in your workbook, page 10, put the niche keywords in, reusable straws. Okay, I can put that in here, for example. Niche keywords. We've got a number of 3K sellers, and we've got revenue of the best seller. Here we go. So how many 3K sellers do we have in this niche? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I've got 8 3K sellers. And what's the revenue of the best seller? 11,057. Okay, so that's our first product. And it's as simple as that. You just keep looking. So now I'll pick another one. How much time? We've got 3 minutes left. Pick another one. For example, maybe I'll pick this, 3 hanging interior wardrobe dehumidifier. Have a look at the listing. You can stay on the search you did before and just keep going down the pages. Click on another product. Hanging interior wardrobe dehumidifier. Cool. They'd probably just type in wardrobe dehumidifier, wouldn't they, if someone was looking for this? Then you can search for it on Amazon, like a customer word. And then click the AMZ Scout button to open the extension and sort by revenue. And certainly looks like there's a lot of money to be made in this niche. All right. Do we have more than 3K sellers? Yes. There's tons. All right, so we can add this to our product list. Okay. Wardrobe dehumidifier. How many 3K sellers are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 3K sellers. And what's the revenue of the best seller? We've got £113,628. Not too bad at all. Would you complain if you're doing that each month? Probably not, right? It's not too bad. Alrighty. And we can format that by pounds if we want to be perfectionist. So that's how we do it. Is everybody clear on this now? Have you got a few on your database so far? Carla says, found one with 11 making more than 3K. Fantastic. Well done, Carla. So you found a high revenue product. That's the first step of the product research process. Well done. Phil says, hi, Ollie. I'm trying to put a negative search name, but I keep getting no products available. Well, another thing you can try, Phil, is you can actually try just typing in the color. So instead of doing the negative, you type in blue. We just want to bring up as much search results as possible. If you can spell blue correctly, then you might do better than me. We want to get as many search results as possible. The negative character search brings up everything in the whole catalog because we're asking Amazon to show us everything that doesn't have that in it, which is the whole catalog, basically. But if you type in a color, it's basically the same thing. And then sort by category. So pick home and kitchen. It's usually the best one to start with. You can do the same thing again, Phil. Does that make sense? Let's have a look. Kumi says, I'm trying to use the AMZ Scout. Seems I've not been able to use it. How can I use it? So you might have to use a new email there, Kumi, to make it work. Let's have a look. Cami says, the products I've selected randomly didn't have the sellers, only have 2 more goes. No worries. You can always use a new email if you need to. Abdullah says, given the economies around the world are tanking, what is your opinion of making money in such a climate? There's always money to be made. If you look at the list of countries that were born out of a recession, I mean, it's insane. Abdullah. So I wouldn't worry about what's going on in the economy. Just worry about, the economy of your household, the economy of your bank. Don't worry about all the big companies out there because it's kind of irrelevant, really. Amy says, is that revenue by month? It is, yes, it's monthly revenue. AMZ Scout. They are estimates. They take the estimated daily sales and they multiply it by 30. And they multiply the cost of the product by 30 to get the estimated monthly revenue. All right, so we've hit the timer. So what I'd love for you to do is type in the chat the number, how many products did you find so far? Chris says, found one with 30 sellers over 30 and 322,000 revenue for a top seller. Fantastic, well done. Yeah, so type in the chat, let me know, how many products did you find? How many products did you find? Let me know. Dildeep says 2. Dilip, my apologies, says 2. Jonathan says 5. Phil says none, didn't work for me. No worries. We can get that fixed over the next week, Phil. Shay says 6. Well done. All right, so you guys have found some products. That's fantastic. Vicky says 2. Well done, Vicky. Chris says 5. So let me ask you a question. Does it feel good to get a small win? Even if it's a little win, I just got some products on a sheet. Does it feel nice? Does it feel good? This is what I'm talking about, right? The mountain we're trying to climb, the business we're trying to build is literally built up of tiny little wins like this. If we just do something like this every day, before you know it, think how far you'll be in a year, right? Any business, any goal can be broken down into small little wins like this. This is just the very first one, and you guys are flying through it. It doesn't ever really get that much harder if you break everything down, right? So, who else we got? Sahara's got 2. Yanni's got 3. Sandra's got 3. I've missed Tiosi's question. I'll get to it. If you type it in again for me, Tiosi, I'll be able to answer it a bit later because we want to move through everything. Fiona says, I found one doing 1.28 million. Amazing. That's crazy. Sandra says 3. Yanni says 3. Love it. Carla says, why is kitchen and home the best to start with? Good question. It's got the most amount of products that are actually a good fit for the private label strategy. Okay, that's why I like to choose it. Awesome. Well done, guys. So give yourselves a round of applause so far because you've taken a big step. You've got some products. You started the process already. So what I want you to do next is write down the results of your product research. You'll find this stuff on page 11. Okay, so fill it out. So let's say you found a spatula set in the niche keywords, put it spatula set. I want you to put in this section the best product you found, the one with the most revenue, just so far, just from a tiny little bit of research. The best product you found, fill out the data here. So if the niche keywords are spatula set, write that there. Write the sellers, write the revenue. Okay. Once you've done that, divide the revenue by 3. That's usually the profit you'll be making from the product. So if your product's making 24K a month, all right, then you'll be making 8K a month profit income. Once you've done that, have a look at the page where you wrote down the income you need for your ideal lifestyle, which is on page 6, and see how many products would you need to launch to hit your goals. Right, if you launched a product and you did better than the bestseller, which is what you're always aiming to do with your private label product, you want to beat the bestseller, and your product was doing more money than them, and you divide it by 3 to get the profit, how many of those would you need to launch to hit your goal? Write that on page 6, okay? I think what you'll find is, in most cases, you don't actually need to launch that many products. Right? You don't actually need to launch that many products to hit your goal. Now, Bob's had a goal of hitting her product. She wanted to earn 10K a month. She got her business moving, started off again by booking a call with me, and we talked about her goals, and we were like, okay, this is what you want to earn, this is where you want to get to, this is where you are now, this is where you're starting. I had a chat on the phone, we got clear on her goals, and after the phone call, she got so clear, she went out, built the business, and hit £30,000 in sales. It's £1,000 a day in sales. After booking a call with me to have a chat about her goals, right? So you're going to see these products on Amazon. You're going to be like, how on earth is someone making 30K a month? Well, if you just follow these steps and launch a product just like they did, then you can do what Barb's did and get these results. Suja is another example, person who booked a call with me, and we talked about her goals, and she said, I really just want to be able to work in coffee shops, travel, not have my job anymore. I'm happy to say she quit her job. She runs an Amazon business full time. She also does Airbnbs. She's bought some properties now with the money she earns from Amazon. She's got rental income, Airbnbs. She spent a long time in Portugal running her businesses last year for a few months, and she worked in coffee shops, and she did all this stuff by selling on Amazon. She started off by booking a call with me, got really clear on that phone call about what she wanted to achieve. I believe Suja is actually in this group, by the way, so please don't bombard her with questions, all right? She's super busy. She's an awesome person, very friendly, but please be respectful of her time. But you'll probably see her in this group. She started booking out a call with me, got clear on her goals. We broke down everything. She got clarity and built her business. And that's how she got her to where she is today. So I've got some homework for you. I've got some homework for you now. At school, I didn't really like doing homework. I didn't really do much homework when I was at school. I used to usually do it in the lesson while the teacher was talking before handing it in at the end. That's how I used to do my homework. But I do quite like giving homework, and this is fun homework, and this is homework that's going to make you money now. I like doing that kind of homework. They didn't set me any of that when I was at school. Your homework is to find 30 products, to keep going with what we did today. Just keep doing it, repeating the process, following the steps that are outlined in your workbook, and find 30 products, okay? And complete your little database. So you can go back to page, where was it? 10, and fill out 30 products here. I want to get as many as possible because we're going to use these tomorrow in day 2 when we do our money filters to pick the best products from the list. Okay, that's your homework. Is everyone going to do your homework? I don't want to be telling anybody off and giving you detentions tomorrow and punishments. All right, I'm interested to do this homework, excited to do that. Awesome. Unfortunately, I can't pronounce your name. It's great to have you here. Thank you for joining. Vicky says, do we send you our 30? No, you don't need to send me them. Just write them on your workbook. Okay, cool. Now, quick reminder of the prizes. Okay, to encourage you to get a small win. First prize is £300 cash for the highest revenue smash hit product. Second prize, £200 cash for the highest price smash hit product. Third prize is £100 cash for the weirdest smash hit product. Now, the more products you have on your database, the higher chance you have of winning. And tomorrow, we're not going to use all 30. We're going to be choosing from the 30 the ones that meet the criteria. So you need like 30. If you want to find 3 or 4 that hit the criteria, you'll probably need 30 on the list or more to find 3 or 4 that hit the criteria, so you can enter them into the competition. So remember, you need a lot on your list, okay? And you can find them pretty quickly, so it shouldn't take long. Now, here's the thing. One of your products that you're going to find today will make you £5,000 a month. All right? One of these products you're looking at right now could make you £5,000 a month or way more. Would you like us to personally review your products and help you choose which one you want to launch? Would that be cool? You want some help? Well, what you can do is you can book in your Amazon Accelerator call, and we can actually help you find a product and decide which product to launch and get it off the ground. Here's what happens on the call. First of all, we'll talk about your goals, and we'll get clear on how much you want to earn, where you want to live, what business you want to build, and exactly what you want to do. So we know exactly how much you need to earn each month to hit it, and we know what the business needs to look like. Once we're clear on your goals, then on the phone, we'll talk about where you are now. And we'll get clear on where you're starting from, what your budget is, how much time you have to put into it, and all this stuff about your situation right now. Just so I know where you're starting from, we can build that into the plan. And thirdly, we'll talk about small wins you need help with along the way to hit the goal. So what steps you need to take to hit your goals in your situation. If you don't know what steps you need to take, then you're never going to move in the right direction. You're never going to hit your goals. So we'll figure this out and get clear on it. And once we're clear on all that stuff, we'll create a crystal clear plan together to hit your goals. So you know exactly what to do next. And then we can see if you want some help along with that plan. And we can actually research a product for you We can write your listing for you. We can help you ship your product from China. And we can do lots more stuff, work with you one-to-one to get your product moving, get your business moving. So go to info.ecommercefreedom.com/coaching if you want to book in a call. I'm actually going to give you the link in the chat. You can go book in the call, you can talk to us, and we can get really clear on where you want to go. Okay, I've just put the link in the chat so you can go check that out. So don't miss this opportunity, guys. There's not going to be too many calls available because our calendar does get full up. All right, and really want to have the chance to get clear on your goals with you and help you build your business. So Blake booked one of these calls with us, and Blake says he needed to make some tweaks to his product, but he didn't know which tweaks he needed to make. As you can see in this screenshot here, he launched his product, and he says himself it was a failed product. He imported 500 units of a product, and he took some action, which is great, but unfortunately it wasn't going so well for him. He wasn't making any sales. He started panicking, and I think that's why he booked the call. So he booked on a call with me, and basically on that phone call, I helped him make some simple tweaks to his listing, some simple tweaks to his advertising campaigns, just a few simple things that we changed. He went from making £40 in sales to £10,000 in a month the next month from the tweaks he made to his listing. So what I'm saying is, guys, these calls give you so much clarity, and they'll really help you get clear on what you need to do next. And when you have that clarity, you have that confidence, you can go forward, steam ahead. You know exactly which steps for your specific situation to take to hit the goal. So go ahead, book the call. What I'd love for you to do, if you have any questions, type in the chat. Let me know about this process, about your homework, about anything else we talked about today. Let me know in the chat. I can answer them for you. And it's been so much fun delivering day one of the ACM challenge with you guys. I hope you've learned a lot from it so far. I hope you've got started and you're digging in, getting some results, taking some action. Ultimately, I want by the end of this session in 4 days, I want you to be getting some small wins and getting a little bit closer, one step closer to hitting your goals that you typed in when you join this group, because that's entirely the point of this program. Somebody asked, how much is your platinum coaching program? If you book a call with us, we can have a chat about it and we can talk about the program. Ian says, how do I go about starting? Good question. So there's a lot of steps to that, but in this challenge, we're picking a product. That's kind of step one, and we're handling that. Right now. So step one is find the product. That's what we want to do first. So that's what we're doing over the next 4 days. Let's have a look. Jonathan says, is it like a one-to-one free little chat on the phone and look forward from there? Yes, exactly, right? So it's a call where we can have a chat, get clear on your goals, and just basically create a plan for you to hit them, so you know exactly what to do next, and you'll get a lot of value from it. And then if you want to work with us to implement the plan and get some help, then we can. If not, no worries, but definitely book in a call because you'll find it really, really valuable. Dilip says, don't get me wrong, Ollie, why are you doing mentoring rather than selling on Amazon yourself? Have you already made enough selling? Good question. So 2 reasons, Dilip. 2 reasons I mentor and sell coaching. Number 1, because it makes me money, right? Coaching makes me money, and I like running businesses and I like cash, as I'm sure you understand, right? Number 2, it's extremely fulfilling. Like selling on Amazon is great, and I love selling on Amazon. But after you've sold your 4,000th spatula, you start thinking, well, you know, so I want a bit more fulfillment. I don't just want money. I want to help people. And there's nothing quite like actually seeing people get results, quit their jobs. Like when Mike messaged me saying he made his first sale, I was so excited and so happy. You know, when he messaged me saying he quit his job, like I was over the moon. You don't get that feeling from just selling stuff on Amazon. So they're the reasons why I do mentoring. Let's have a look. So you guys are asking the price of platinum coaching. Yeah, so on the website you can see. If you go on the, I don't know if you've been on my website, ecommercefreedom.com. You can see platinum coaching's there. It's 10K for the program. If we chat on the phone, We can talk about the details and everything. Sometimes we can help you maybe split the payment so it's more affordable and everything, but that's the price for platinum. Yeah. But we have other packages and things we can offer you. So either way, booking a call, we can have a chat. We can have a chat anyway. Cool. Romy says, I didn't find any products, but I'm going to try again after the call. I think my settings are different on display. Yeah, so if you struggled on the call, look, we only did 10 minutes so far. Just keep trying, right? And that's your homework, to find 30. So keep trying. Give AMZ Scout another go and find 30 products tonight. That's the idea. Luli says, I'm late. Will I be able to watch a replay? Yes, so the replay should be available this evening. Once I end this, the replay should have hopefully magically appear inside the group for you. So you should be able to grab that. Yeah, any questions, guys? Let me know in the chat. So it's been so much fun today. Really have a lot of fun. We're going to wrap things up in a second. So any other last questions, 2 minutes, type them in the chat. And we're going to call it an evening. And tomorrow I'll join you again at 8 p.m. for day 2 of the ACM challenge. And if you found this valuable, one thing I'd love for you to do, other than booking a call, is actually find a friend, find somebody who would enjoy this challenge and wants to get a win themselves and wants to make some money, and add them to the group or invite them to the group. Because it'd be great to have more people here. The more the merrier. We've already got loads. We had like 80 people on today's session, which is fantastic. But obviously, the more the merrier. So if you don't keep me a secret, if you find somebody, if you know somebody who would love to make a bit of cash, who wants to find a real opportunity to build a business, selling on Amazon, and they've been looking for something for a while and they deserve some help, then do them a favor and add them to the group and tell them about the group. Cool. All right, guys, look, it's been so much fun today. Go ahead, book in your Amazon Accelerator call. Book it in. I'm going to give you the link one more time just so you can go check it out. Go book in your call, and I'll see you again tomorrow, 8 p.m. for day 2 of the Amazon Cash Mine Challenge. Awesome. So like Vicky says, I missed the last few minutes. Am I right in thinking that we are finding our 30 products before tomorrow's session and bringing them with us in our workbook? Yes, exactly, Vicky. So find the products, put them in your workbook, and then bring them with you tomorrow. Tomorrow we're going to use money filters to look through those 30 products and make sure they're definitely going to make you cash. Okay, so make sure you have your 30 products ready for tomorrow. Cool. All right, guys. Well, you've been amazing. You've been so interactive, so much fun. I've had a lot of fun with you guys today. Can't wait to do this all again tomorrow. We're going to dive in a little bit deeper and talk about how to analyze these products. And it's going to be a really, really fun session again. So have an amazing evening. Thanks so much for joining me. We'll catch up very, very soon.